Hey guys, this is Kellis Landrum from True North Social. We are a digital marketing agency in Los Angeles, California, and we specialize in e-commerce driven websites. We also do SEO and social media marketing, as you would guess. But today we are going to do our latest installment on e-commerce website design. Today we're going to talk about the cart. A lot of people overlook the cart because if you're a new merchant or you don't have a lot of experience running a store, you may not realize all the amazing things that you can do with a cart and what a crucial fundamental piece this is to your online store. So let's dive right in a little bit and talk about the cart. Now, the purpose of the cart is this is where all of your products are going to get added when someone purchases them. Just to move backward a little bit, when someone is on the product page, they will see an add to cart button. Depending on which platform you're on, this may say something a little bit different. It may say submit. It may say you may have a bag instead of a cart. Your nomenclature might be a little bit different, but people are going to choose whatever size, quantity, whatever options they want, and they're going to hit the add to cart button. I'm going to change the size here, as a matter of fact, because I already have one of these in my cart, and I'm going to add this. And now with this particular theme, this particular setup, our button changes to show view cart or continue shopping. I'm going to click on view cart. So we'll do the exact same thing in this theme as if I click on my cart icon up here. And now going back to my cart, I can see all of the products I have added. So let's talk about what the fundamental pieces of a cart are, right? A cart will have a list of products that you have added to it. It will also usually include a picture of the product. It'll include the name of a product. If your product has variants like size or color, it will usually include those as well. You always want to have a remove button in your cart, as you want people to have a way to get rid of things if they made a mistake. We'll generally include the price and quantity if you're allowing people to control quantity, and we'll show the per item price here, or if we change the quantity on here, I believe this will update. No. Depending on what platform you're working on and what settings you have, the price may reflect the quantity of items you have in your cart. It might not. Let's try refreshing this page and see if this changes. Yeah, I'm showing this example in Shopify. This is the default functionality of Shopify, which you can't really change. If you're working on Magento or WooCommerce or Demandware or something like that, you can get under the hood and adjust it to do this if you choose to do it. But in general, regardless of what e-commerce platform you're using, pretty much all carts are going to have a setup like this. Now, this needs to be ubiquitous for a very fundamental reason, and that's that there are all sorts of different online stores that sell all kinds of different products. This store sells mostly physical products, mostly small ones you can stick in a box, like a bottle of cold brew or a bag of coffee or a t-shirt, right? Some stores might sell digital products, like you might sell MP3 downloads of your band, or you might sell cooking classes, things that don't have a physical object attached to them that you're going to send to somebody. Regardless of that, this cart is still going to be pretty much the same. And there's not many things about e-commerce websites that you can really stay the same from one website platform to another, and they stay the same regardless of what product you're selling. And this is because customers have a fundamental need, right? They fundamentally need to see what they're buying before they agree to pay for it, and they need the ability to edit what they're going to buy before they pay for it. So these are all fundamental kind of aspects of this. And I want to point out these details because we work with quite a few merchants, some more experienced than others, but even with very experienced merchants, we find it's very common that they will confuse cart with checkout, right? So cart is when we hit this little button up here that says cart. This shows us the list of products. Checkout is the series of pages where we collect someone's shipping information, we collect their payment information, so on and so forth, right? So this is a very clear distinction that I want to make between cart and checkout. We're actually going to record a completely separate video and talk about checkout because it is its own animal in and of itself. Now, there's a lot of opportunity in the cart to do things. There's a lot of opportunity for price rules, logic rules, discounts, and selling. One of the most common things that clients will ask me about is they'll say, oh, I want to show people how much it's going to cost to ship to them in the cart. And of course, the phrase abandoned cart emails is something that we talk about a lot. So this is sometimes these terms are used accurately and sometimes they are not, right? So on our cart page here, we show price, right? Down here, we show subtotal, and nearly every checkout process will show you subtotal regardless of what platform you're on. Now, we'll have quite a few clients come to us and say, hey, I want to show customers how much shipping will be when they go to checkout, and they talk about the cart page. Now, let's be clear. In order to show somebody how much it will cost to ship to them, we need to know their shipping address, right? And in the cart here, with most platforms, there's not really a good way by default to get the person's shipping address. Now, with most platforms, if you use apps or you write some kind of custom code into your shopping cart that will allow someone to enter either their shipping address or maybe even just their zip code, you can calculate cost of shipping. But even that's still a guess because you're not necessarily giving people the options of do I want to ship with UPS or USPS or FedEx? Do I want to ship in the next week, or do I want my stuff delivered tomorrow? There's no options here in order to calculate. That is where you would go through checkout to collect that information, right? So keep that in mind if you want to do shipping calculations. On a very similar note, a lot of our clients are concerned about abandoned cart emails. And as you can see, there is no field in here for someone to enter their email address, right? So you may have a customer come and add a bunch of stuff to their cart. However, if they abandon their cart before they go through checkout, there's no method of getting their email address. And we have to have their email address in order to send an abandoned cart email. This may take a minute to kind of wrap your brain around. I know for some of our clients it does, but that if we're going to send an abandoned cart email, we have to have an email address to send to, right? So if someone adds this stuff to their cart and they make it far enough through checkout that we can collect their email address, we can probably send them an abandoned cart email and say, hey, you left this stuff in your cart. Why don't you get it? We might even offer them a discount. But unless we have found some way to capture their email address, we can't send anything to them. And in most cases, there's no method to do that here in our cart, right? So this is something to keep in mind for abandoned cart emails, regardless of what e-commerce platform that you're working on. Now, that said, let's talk about selling in the cart, right? Most clients are pretty familiar with discount codes, but the deal with discount codes is you don't usually enter them in the cart, you usually enter them in checkout. And that it also requires you to enter a code, which you don't always do. So you may want to create some special logic inside your cart to offer a discount to the entire order or to specific products inside your cart. But that's not usually default functionality because not everybody wants that, right? But this is something to think about when if you're working with a partner like True North Social and you say, hey, I want to give people a discount, but I don't want to enter a code. This is usually, and the cart is usually where you will start to do that, right? Because you need to get the specific products that are in a cart to create rules, right? You need to understand, hey, someone has added this stuff to their cart. You may want to say things like, if you order over a certain amount, you will get a discount, right? And that may be shown in your cart. If you order over $500 worth of stuff, you may create some logic that says there's a discount inside of the cart because you've reached over $500, right? And that may be automatically applied. That can happen in the cart. One of the most common requests that we get is to do in-cart upsells or free giveaways of products, right? So let's say you wanted to offer a product in your cart when someone gets to the cart. There are many apps or add-ons or plugins, depending on which e-commerce platform you're using, that can be used to offer stuff in the cart. I'm going to show you an example of one that we have added to this store. This is Shopify, and we added an app that will let us show someone an add-on in cart, provided that they have added this particular product, right? If someone adds a Chemex pour-over coffee maker to their cart, this message will appear. Would you like to add a Bodum Pavina 2.5 ounce espresso cup, right? So this is where logic comes into play, right? Until someone has added this product to the cart, this thing does not trigger, right? When I talk about logic and pricing rules and discounts, I want you to burn the word logic into your mind and rules into your mind, because this is really what we're talking about is, if this, then that, right? If someone does something, then something else happens, right? In this case, the logic was, if a customer adds this product to their cart, then this message is displayed, allowing them to add another product to their cart, right? Now, you want to be careful what it is that you're putting in here, right? This is the option to add this cup to the cart. You'll notice that this does not offer a price. This does not offer any options like size or color. This just says, do you want to add it to a cart? This is a very, very simple message. Now, let's just assume someone clicks, yes, I do want to add this to the cart. You may want that message to continue being up here. You may want it to disappear, right? In this case, we chose to have it remove. This product now has now been added to the cart, and it has a price of $4.50, right? So now that is added to the total cost, and there's a discount applied to this. Whatever, you can create whatever kind of rules you want within this cart. Now, this is where there's some examples where logic gets really tricky, right? You may be offering multiple discounts or multiple incentives. And if you do this inside of a cart, you want to really stop and think about if I'm offering multiple discounts or multiple incentives for people, will the combination of multiple incentives cause problems for me? Just as an example, we are currently working with a customer who wants to offer They want to offer a subscription product, and the first product you get your first order for $5, right? But they offer discounts or discount codes on certain websites offering a $5 discount, right? So we had to go through this process and mention to them, hey, if someone is ordering for their first time and they enter this discount code, it will decrease the cost of their first order down to 0, right? So you'll be giving this away. Do you in fact want to do that? And they said no, right? So we had to create some additional logic saying, hey, you can apply a discount code if this discount is in effect, right? So certain discounts may need to cancel each other out, right? Let's show a slightly different example. I am going to remove this real quick. So I'm going to remove both of these. And I'm going to go to the back end of my website. This is the product listing for this Bodum cup, right? Now let's say, for example, I wanted to give this cup away when someone orders that Chemex, right? So I'm going to change the price of this to 0. I'm going to save it. And I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to add this to my cart, right? So I'm going to view cart and it says, hey, would you like to add this cup? Now let's say you want, for some reason, you ran a promotion saying, hey, if you buy this Chemex pour over coffee maker, you can get a free cup along with it, right? So people do that, right? Now they've added this cup to their cart, but let's say they want to get sneaky, right? Let's say, okay, I've added this stuff to my cart. Now I want to remove all the other stuff that is in my cart, including this Chemex pour over coffee maker. Well, we have just offered them a product for free. And I assume this is going to, maybe it costs them something to ship, but it costs us something to ship as well. Some stores offer free shipping for everybody inside of the United States, let's say. So depending on what our discounts are and what we offer, we have now offered this person a way to get this cup absolutely free of charge, right? So this is where things get tricky inside of your cart. If I'm going to do something like this, I want to make sure that I update my logic to say, hey, if I'm going to offer someone something that's dependent on this other product, if they remove that product, then the free product gets removed as well, right? This is where logic and rules can get kind of tricky. You just want to make sure that you think through the logic of these rules. And that you're not accidentally giving something away for free or discounting products down to a negative price. You want to test these things before you actually offer them out to the public. But these are some things that you want to consider when you're thinking about your store's cart and the way it's set up and the different discount options that you can offer. Once again, my name is Kellis Landrum. I am at True North Social, and if you are in need of a partner to help you build your e-commerce website, or you just have questions about issues with the cart like this, and you want some help setting up discounts or doing some consulting work with your e-commerce website, we're more than happy to help.